Baltimore, Maryland. This is the National Football League. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Daniels looking to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On the draw, Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So nothing doing there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing is Jackson. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much running room, down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. Henry up the middle. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Henry trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll give Henry another shot. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Boy, this has been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on 3rd and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on 4th down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move. And
this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Daniels. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To the air goes Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Daniels now on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 17 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Third down and 6. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And shutting him off, now open field. Down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. $51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Throwing now is Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. De'Ami Brown from 3 yards out. And the Commanders add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's De'Ami Brown who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Daniels now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Now Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. There he goes again. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, here's Daniels to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Jackson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Jackson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, it's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Second and a couple. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Jackson throwing on first down, eluding the pressure right. A short throw caught by Andrews and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Now it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry from 10 yards out. And the Ravens are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 66 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now being chased out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Looking to throw. Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Back to throw. Daniels. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
Missed.
It will not go down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Washington first. They go play action. Daniels. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll bring up second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll look to throw again. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
A throw over the middle, taken in. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw. Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. This is swung out to Eckler. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting,
he's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 37.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
He's going to go up top again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson will throw again. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick. And that's a big mistake. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
27 yards.
and the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker now to add the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Washington ready to try again on offense.
And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Tressway now. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
On the return is Sims.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 12. 36 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Now Jackson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Connecting with Aguilar, and he's brought down. They took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.